It's noon on my watch, and I want to keep this moving along, not to waste
Okay.
people's time. I'm sure
Yep.
TJ will jump in. He did say by email that he was coming, but you know how those lawyers are.
Yep.
Um, I do want to announce that this meeting is recorded, and we should be prepared for that in all way, forms, and shapes. And we appreciate everybody's adhering to the rules of order here. So
Decorum.
I wanted to say that Andrea and Patricia both are excused. They're out on other things, so they will not be joining us today. But um, the folks who are here, I would like to take a roll call with who is here. So starting with Dana.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Kevin.
I am here.
Excellent. And Roger's here, and Eli, you're here. Excellent.
Present.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm sure Andy and TJ will join in just a short moment. The we have before us an agenda. Anybody have any additions or changes to this agenda? No. Okay, good. Did everybody here have a chance to read the meeting minutes that Dana, thank you again, 5/2/24? Have we had chance to read those and a motion to approve?
So moved.
A second? I'll second. So that's moved and seconded to the meeting minutes, which were great. Thanks again, Dana. So roll call vote for approval. Again, Dana in favor,
Yes.
and Kevin,
Yes.
and Eli,
Yes.
and Roger is a yes. So that's unanimous for the folks that are here. Anyway, at this point in time, I'll turn it over to Steve and talk about the town meeting results. Steve, maybe give everyone here a synopsis of what happened at town meeting.
Town meeting went our way. That's the best summary I can give.
Excellent.
We had two items that pertain to waterways. Community preservation funds approved. Our project that we sponsored was the dinghy rack copay matching funds for a desired SEC grant that we will be applying for. The amount of $9,000 went through with one question asked and answered. Our annual operating fiscal year 25 budget was approved at a total amount of $355,534, which is down from fiscal year 24, which was $366,005. So we're going in the right direction if you're a boat ratepayer, going in the wrong direction if you're part of town government, because everything else seems to be going up. But so that's what we asked for. That's what was approved.
Okay. Excellent. Any questions on that? Nobody? Okay. Well, that's good news. Do you know why the number went down, Steve? What's your gut feel on that?
Well, we cut positions that we weren't allowed to fill. Budget was submitted prior to a change in administrator. So we cut out a secretarial position that we had been hoping for and was denied. Maybe in next year's budget, we can reinstate that. And
Yes.
but it's basically it went down because our other costs have gone up or remained static, but our payroll has gone down because of lack of bodies to fill that position.
Seems to be a problem everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, we'll certainly work on getting you help next year. Then our budget can sustain it, which is good.
Oh, I haven't given up on this year yet, but
Oh, okay. Well, good. Now that you have.
we'll get that later on.
Okay. And number 5, update status on current ongoing grant projects.
We skipped over 4. We probably should take a vote
Okay.
before I submitted the application, which Kevin was kind enough to fill most of it out that pertains to us. Before I forward that to Chris, I think, at least in past administration, they'd want to see a vote of the commission approving the pursuit of an SEC grant for that purpose. And what we're looking at is a $50,000 award from SEC to be matched with a $9,000 community preservation and $1,000 from Waterways retained earnings for a grand total project of $60,000. So to make it clear, we're seeking $50,000 from SEC.
Right, and that's what the SEC grant is asking for. I mean, that was what we're going to send to Chris.
So I think it would be helpful to have a vote of the commission to support
Oh, okay.
that. So there's no question that the commission is behind technicality, I guess.
All right. Well, then we should put it in the form of just a simple vote of approval to apply for this SEC grant is the form of a motion and then a second. Could I have that motion?
So moved.
And a second? I'll second it. Or Dana will second it. Thank you. So the motion is moved and seconded. Let's have a roll call vote. Dana in favor?
She's muted.
Yes.
I know she's
Yes.
looking for the button. She's looking for the button.
Typing, I'm doing, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Dana. And Kevin, are you in favor?
Yes. Yes.
Eli, are you in favor?
I am.
I am too. Roger's in favor. So all the commission members that are attending today, Steve, are in favor of this. Please proceed with sending that off to Chris. I've chatted with him. He's expecting that, and it should be pretty easy for him to do the dialogue box and fill in all the answers that we're going to provide to him. So that's good.
I'll send what Kevin has prepared to him today with a note of this unanimous vote, and I think we'll be in good standing.
Oh, no, I think we are, everybody's in agreement. The town hall seemed to get it. This will be a good thing. And I agree. So thank you all for that. That's great. Thank you, Steve, for
How
sending
long
that.
do those usually take to get processed?
The SEC grants, Dana?
Yeah.
So they'll go in, it's the June 28th is the deadline. They'll meet June, July, probably August, something like that. August, September, we'll hear scuttlebutt. We are very friendly with folks there. And we certainly have won many grants before. So I think we're a known quantity, and I think they'll approve. This probably by August. We'll hear. That'll be great. So then we can line up at the appropriate time, cleaning up the dinghy rack area and replacing the damaged dinghy storage areas, which is very much needed. So that'll be fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, Steve. I'm sorry. So now number 5.
So the projects that we currently have underway, landing marina improvements. Since our last meeting, the select board met and voted to award the contract to AGM. They were the lowest qualified bidder. All of the paperwork and everything was in order. And the select board voted 4 in favor and 1 opposed to awarding that contract. The newest member of the select board voting no, without a clear reason given, but I believe he made some mention about more information in addition to the 3 presentations made to him when he was chairman of the planning board, or when he was on the planning board at least. So irrelevant, actually, we got the 4 votes, we got the majority of the select board. The contract has been awarded and they've been issued paperwork to proceed, which will be in the fall of this year. So at the tail end of this boating season, we should see some serious activity going on at that landing. Dredge feasibility. Forth has probably completed 95% of that project, and we're awaiting the report. This is just for feasibility and the scope, how much dredge material we're looking at. And the matching funds for this nearly complete project were approved at the recent town meeting to match the SEC grant that we've been paying forth out of. So I expect we'll see a report from them within a month or two. The financial valuation project, likewise, I believe is on the 1 yard line. We've been given an updated summary with numbers and other details requested. And I'm not sure if that is closed or about to be closed. I'll have to check with one of the co-interim acting town managers on that. Rogers Street, that's going to go out to bid. A scope of work was completed. I did a narrative that was incorporated into getting an engineering firm to bid on a report and feasibility of changing the boat ramp, better utilizing that end of Rogers Street. The Apponeganset planning, I call it the Apponeganset Point because it is supposed to encompass park, recreation, and boat launch area, the entire peninsula. That's going to be a planning project, which I haven't heard much about, but I think that's going to go out for bid more as a planner than an engineering type project. Those are the major things that we've got plates spinning, as I call it. And that's the summary.
Excellent. Thank you, Steve. Any questions for Steve?
Yeah, do you know roughly on those last two, just try to capture in the minutes, when they'll go out to bid?
I expect that the Rogers Street will be before the end of June. I don't know on the Apponeganset Point, so I haven't heard anything from the planner on that one. But I think we should have numbers for Rogers Street this summer. It should be out to bid by the end of June.
Steve.
Yes, Kevin.
Steve, what is the scope of work that they're bidding? They're sending out to bid. I mean, that's $250,000 all the way through permitting.
Engineering, permitting, feasibility of changing the ramp. There's a sediment study, like what the impact would be to move the boat ramp and how it would impact the sediment that gets carried across the beach.
Okay.
That type of, so it's more engineering than planning.
Yeah.
The Apponeganset, on the other hand, is more planning than engineering at this point.
Thank you.
Rob.
Excellent. Okay, well, number 6, Steve.
I haven't given up on this season. I reposted through personnel the assistant job description that we had on file because, frankly, I don't have time to change that. I haven't had time to change that. Our staffing has taken hit. The deputy, who's the only full-time employee of the department, is on extended medical leave following surgery. So I'm doing his job and my job. School's not out yet, so I don't have my school teacher assistant that comes in, does work. I don't have another who is retired school teacher. Her mother suffered an accident. She's been taking care of her mother, but is willing to work. I don't know how I'll be able to get her on board while I'm still doing the work that has to get done. But it's 7 days a week. It's 10, 12-hour days and on call for 24 hours each of those 7 days. And I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can until I can hire somebody. We have one viable candidate that has applied, so I'll be pushing that through personnel as soon as I can. That's about it for staffing. As far as equipment, the winter whaler has been brought for service at Bayline. One of the engines did no longer trim tilts. The other one is making a squeak that concerned me. Otherwise, it's in great shape. And we're pump out boat and rescue boat are in the water, ready to go. So that's good.
So Steve, under the heading of managing expectations, should we just put some kind of, this is a discussion for everybody, should we put a note on our website, the Harbor Masters website? We've had, unfortunately, our assistant harbor masters had a terrible accident or incident with his back, and we are down, we are short-staffed, and just please, the customer base out there, bear with us. Something like that. Would that be smart to just manage expectations so nobody thinks, you're ignoring them. You're a one-armed paper hanger at this point.
Yeah, I've been emailing that out. But I guess we could put something that doesn't violate HIPAA on our website and,
Just say you're short-staffed. That doesn't, no hippos need apply. It's like, no, we're having a trouble this summer. Please understand us. I mean, I think people rather know than not know. I didn't know, the poor guy's had surgery on his back. That he's going to be down for the count for a while, right? He's not
Well,
just
yeah.
going to bounce back.
I'm waiting to get clarification again from personnel because, I know that he's been reporting there. And my expectation, maybe I'm being pessimistic, but it's after Labor Day. It may be sooner, but even then it'll be in a limited capacity. So,
Right.
yeah. Yep.
That could be good use of social media as well.
Yeah, the great idea, Eli.
Unfortunately, the person that controls the social media for my office is the deputy who's out because I have no clue. We have only an Instagram presence on social media, and he's always been the person to update that. I'm not sure that he's the only one that can. I'll be asking that question, but
Yeah.
I certainly know my.
I was thinking on our Harbor Master website, just put an announcement that we, due to unforeseen circumstances, we're short-staffed this summer, and please, our customer base, bear with us and understand there may be some unforeseen delays, just so you're managing expectations.
That's fine. In the same realm of things that we cannot control, I'm getting a lot of questions about boat excise tax bills for last year. People that have them on their annual calendars or reminders are asking why they haven't been given a bill. That's lost revenue to us, but the assessor's office has not sent out boat excise for last season.
Yes, Kevin.
In regard to the excise tax, I did talk with some people, not to be disclosed at this time, but they are working on that, and it's expected to go out in the next couple of weeks. So
Okay.
it'll probably be after our fiscal year, but at least they're working on it, and hopefully that'll be taken care of.
I would just want to make it clear to the commission and anybody watching, we supplied the information needed last fall. So my office, myself, we weren't delinquent in reporting it. It's a staffing issue at the collector's office, not anything to do with what we did or didn't do. So.
Right, I understand, and it's I'm seeing it in my business. There are just some people just up and quit, and now it's like, oh gosh, I got to go find somebody, train somebody, get them in, and it's happening everywhere. So I do think some kind of short announcement, it won't shock people that it's a difficult time out there. So
the dollar amount to our budget, our operating budget, is roughly $42,000.
Right.
The lost revenue for this fiscal year, and there is some method that it can be captured and carried back, but that's beyond the scope of my
Yes, Kevin.
So
Just maybe a note that to the boaters to know that the bills will be sent. This won't be a free ride.
No, exactly. You will pay your excise tax. It's just the town hall has been hit by people leaving, so they are short-staffed. So they're finding it difficult to get processes done in a timely manner. I get all that.
And the other thing that normally I have to scramble and compare our mooring renewal list with the delinquent excise list and deny renewals to those that are delinquent in their excise under state law.
Yeah.
Can't be done, obviously, because nobody is delinquent for last season. So at least not at this point. So the permits have gone out, permits have been issued for the moorings, and we'll just have to look back in the future, catch up later.
Do you have a question, Eli?
Oh no, sorry. Nope.
You just have your I didn't know if the finger was like a question mark.
I've got my thinking finger on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you're thinking. Hello, TJ. He's there somewhere. This
So
yes, go ahead, Steve.
One last issue under staffing. We've had some issues with the collector's office and people being able to pay for their mooring permits. And I have, I believe, 3 people that didn't pay, would now like to pay have indicated difficulty with the online, which is well known and being addressed.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, well, my inclination is to allow an extension for those that have made an effort and failed to renew those mooring permits. And I'll write to those three individually and offer them that opportunity beyond the May 1st deadline based upon known difficulties beyond our control with the collector's office system.
I would agree with that. It was kind of not their fault. And I personally went through the town collector's website and it was erroneous. We wrote a letter to the town collector and hopefully we're getting some action there. I haven't seen anything yet, but we'll see.
Interestingly, I sent that. It came back to me.
I know. I saw the full circle of emails going on. It was like, no. Where Steve and I talk all the time, people. He doesn't need to see my original email or Dana's original email. Gosh, that's really pretty silly. So anyway, I'm all in favor of that, Steve. You have the power to, or do you want to vote for that?
I don't think. If there was an objection, I would hear it, but I think under the rules, I have.
To the group. Is there any objection to Steve cutting these guys some slack due to the erroneous nature of the website at Town Hall?
I have no issues with it.
Great.
I think we need to fix it. I think before we enforce anything like that, we need to fix the way we're asking people to pay.
Exactly right, TJ. It's not their fault, right? If it's wrong, then they can't pay. So that's good. Anybody else? No. Okay. No objection.
Roger,
Steve.
I apologize for joining late. I was on a conference call that I just couldn't get off of.
I know exactly what those are like.
I kept saying goodbye, and they kept asking me another question.
That's okay. We're glad you're here, TJ. Thank you very much.
I noticed that. When did it go?
What? Hello. Steve, segueing into that, just recently, and this is a topic that we didn't know 48 hours ago, you sent me and Dana, there's some software available that is used by Marion, Mattapoisett, and other harbors that seems like it would be a great solution. It would do moorings and dock fees and slip fees, and especially now where we're having the new Dias Marina being built where we're going to actually charge fees. Should we investigate that software a little bit more in detail?
Yes, I got that call or forwarded that information yesterday, so it just popped up. But we're in the early investigation stage to see if there is a better, and by better I mean a more locally supported, integratable with the town payment system database.
Well, they're taking credit cards. As I read the software, it does it all, and you just take a credit card and away you go. So it would be really nice. It would be secure and solid, and people could just pay online and not go to town hall at all. But I'd like to set up a meeting. Have you called for a meeting, Steve, with this software company?
I have asked for more information. I've sent them the link to Worcester Polytech about our database so they can tell us if it does exactly what we need. The next step would be to make sure the town will allow us to do this, because we typically don't collect anything. It all has to go through the collector. So I would assume that the collector, treasurer, and maybe administrator would have to be on board that, yes, we can use this system and it will tell the collector what we're collecting instead of it telling just us. Accountability and auditing and all that, which is fine. So,
well, yeah, I would like to. I did talk to Julian. He'd love to jump in on maybe a conference call where we all talk to this software group and find out, one, would it do the job? That's number one. And if it does the job, then I'm personally happy to go back to town hall and see Chris and Gary and say, look, guys, you tried, you failed. We've found a solution. This is good. We can all go to you. It's not coming to me, but this is something. It's clearly town hall is broken and they need all the help they can get. That's my observation.
Absolutely.
I'd make only one comment to that. Just when you're looking at it, make sure it isn't a subscription-based software to which we either have to keep paying every year for it or pass on the cost to the consumer at that point. So I'm struggling with everybody mandating technology and then saying, oh, by the way, you have to pay for the convenience of paying again.
Yeah,
Right. I couldn't agree more, TJ. And that was one of my questions. Is this a one-time fee? I'm kind of suspecting it's a one-time fee and then an annual, you got to pay to keep it going kind of thing. But let's find out. I haven't heard any answers.
I'm sure nothing is for free, but the amount of money compared to what we're currently paying to keep the broken system limping along needs to be evaluated before we push any go button.
Right. And TJ, I mean, I think we're leaving money. I know we are. Town Hall has not collected excise tax for 2 years. That's $42,000 per year. So we're leaving money on the table now with this broken system. Why not trying to find a system that's better for everybody, including Town Hall?
Yeah.
I agree with it. My worry is that it will start to trigger if the people have to pay for it, it'll start to trigger another RFP of some sort, and we'll be back to where we started a year later.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I think
there's no easy anymore. Trust me, somebody who buys software on a monthly basis these days.
I know.
Yeah, I can pretty much never having seen it, I can guarantee you it's a subscription.
Yeah. Kevin, you had a comment, Kevin?
Just going backwards a little bit, could we ask TJ to take a vote on the grant submission so we have another member included in that vote, please?
Right. TJ, you weren't here, but SEC grant, we're putting in an application for the Dias Landing dinghy rack replacements. And we just asked everybody here if they were in favor of it.
Along the lines of what we've discussed, if you want to, Roger, you want to call another vote and I'll vote in on that, or you want to just add my yay to the vote?
I'd just like to add your yay to the vote because I kind of know what the answer is going to be, TJ. So
okay, we've gone up this far with it. We need to get it done.
Yeah, exactly right. And this is good. We've got all our ducks in a row. It'll be a nice addition, cleaning up and making
beautiful,
good things over there at Dias Landing.
I think it'll be beautiful for the town.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Steve. Well, that was my diatribe on software. We'll see if they answer you back, and let's proceed with this, trying to find all the correct answers and whether it will work or not.
Again, we're in the early investigative stage.
Right.
I just try to make this better, easier, and more accurate all the way around. So if this does it, great. If it doesn't, we'll look for something else. But it's an option that just appeared.
Right. Thank you, Steve. We'll keep investigating. Yes, Kevin.
One quick comment. Doesn't Parks and Recs collect money for the beach permits? That doesn't go to the collector's office. I think there's kind of a precedent set there, no?
It actually does now, has to be done online, and it goes through the town payment portal.
Right.
So it's
which is a third party portal that they are paying a monthly subscription to support. So
there's no more, trust me, there's no more owning your software.
Right.
Right.
Right. And we agree with that. And I think if we can manage this, because we do have a pretty good database right now, and if it was an easy transition and we could negotiate with these guys to get a reasonable monthly fee that made it automatic and took a big burden off of Steve, I'm in favor of that, making it better, faster, and more efficient, so we're not leaving money on the table for the town. Anyway,
I'm in favor of getting something that works for people.
There you go. Thank you.
However,
power to the people
within budget.
Power to the people. All righty. Is there any comment or anything else, Steve? I guess before we go.
I think that's it.
I think it is it. And personally, for the gang, I'm going to say bye. I'm going out on my boat now, and whether I come back or not is to be determined.
Next meeting and summer meeting schedule is the last thing on the agenda.
Right. I would like to advise that I'm going away on vacation and have our next meeting September 18th. It's a Wednesday. If anything emergency comes up, we certainly can talk about it, but I would like to push it off. I know Steve is very busy and shorthanded. I'm personally going away. I know Andrea's out of the country, so I mean,
Andrea is away.
yeah, is away. So I'd like to propose that if it's all right with the rest of the Waterways Committee.
I cannot do the 18th of September, believe it or not.
Okay.
I can do the 17th.
Okay,
Well,
let's say 17th. That's a Tuesday
yeah, I'm wide open on that Tuesday.
at this point in time, right? At noon
At this point in
time,
time.
17th, Tuesday, September. That'd be great. So unless there's any other comments from anyone,
I didn't know that.
Sorry.
I heard voices, but I thought you were.
I see that Bob Govern from the Finance Committee has joined us, but
he's mute. Well,
okay.
he was muted and then I don't know. Anyway, unless there's any other comment, I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. And I'll see you all out on the water. Bye.
Have a great summer if I don't see you. Enjoy your travels.
Thank you. Bye, TJ. See you at the dock.
Take care, guys.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.